Alright, so my name is Brandon Larkin. I mentioned the other day on Google Plus that I was thinking about doing a tutorial video for the way I have my backup set up for my data, just because we always talk about backups, um, and who knows how many people actually implement them. And backup solutions, especially in the photography community, can get a little expensive. People talk about Drobos and Synology and Pegasus R6 and all these kinds of things as redundant devices with RAID and all these kinds of things. Then you have to worry about backup and multiple copies and all that kind of thing. So I think I've got a pretty good solid solution down for fairly inexpensive. So I just wanted to talk about it and give kind of people my thoughts on it and what they might think, and what they might, something they could possibly do that's fairly seamless. I've been in IT for going on about 10 years, so this isn't gospel, but it's something that I found that works pretty well for me and something that you might be able to adapt for you. So first of all, I have a few things here. You can see I have a local disk that's a 64 gigabyte SSD that my system boots off of. I am running Windows 7. I think I'm running Home Premium because I didn't need the extra features of Pro. I've got a 1 terabyte data drive, and then I've also got a 2 terabyte data drive, and that's specifically for my Lightroom library for my photography. This other data drive, when you burrow down into it, has music and backups and video, some other stuff, that kind of thing. Nothing extraordinarily sensitive or that I'm going to scream and cry if it gets lost. My big concern is my Lightroom library because it's about 125 gigabytes. These other two disks are my two backup disks, and I'm going to get into that right now. So I've got a 320 gig and a 500 gig backup disk. These are both external hard drives. So I can actually close this window. So this is the 320 gigabyte one. I have a black one, not that it really matters. It's just a USB 2 Western Digital external 320 gigabyte hard drive. I've had it around for a while, and I repurposed it as a backup drive. This is the other one I have. It's a USB 3 500 gigabyte external hard drive. It's something I had. I repurposed it as backup because I wasn't using it to carry back and forth. That's really all there is for the hardware. I've got a 2 terabyte internal, I've got a 1 terabyte internal, and then these two external hard drives. Now obviously I'm not backing up. You saw how full that 1 terabyte one is. I'm not obviously backing up everything on both of those drives. So the solution I actually use is called CrashPlan. This is the software piece I used. The software itself you can get from CrashPlan, crashplan.com, for nothing. I'm not supported by them. They don't pay me, all that kind of stuff. I don't do anything enough on the web for anybody to pay me for sponsorships anyway. So I use their software. I actually subscribe to their service as well. But you can get this software for no cost from them. And the nice thing is it allows you to do both backup locally and backup remotely. So I can actually, with this software, I have it set up so it has both of those external hard drives. You can see right here the USB 2 320 gig and the USB 3 500 gig. And then I've also got CrashPlan Central, which is their offsite, their cloud storage solution. Now the way I have my CrashPlan set up, the nice thing with CrashPlan is it's all fairly seamless. The client's running in your system tray pretty much all the time. Well, it is running all the time, and it will back up in real time as you do things, and you can give different backup sets priority. So I actually have 3 backup sets, and you can see these titles up here where it says Photo Backup Local, Photo Backup Cloud, and then if you scroll down, there's Other Backup Local. So what I'm actually doing is I have Photo Backup Local as my primary backup. It's also the one that's set as the priority. This automatically takes L, which is my Lightroom library drive, takes that whole drive and backs whatever's on that, backs that up to both of these external hard drives. Does it constantly. Whenever there are changes made, it backs it up. As you can see, it's already completed. I've got about 140 gigs on there. The second priority is photo backup to the cloud. So it takes the exact same setting. It's a separate data set. and then takes that and backs that up out to CrashPlan Central, which I pay $5 a month. You can get it a little bit cheaper than that for one computer, and it's unlimited storage, but I can only do one computer at any given time. I figured $5 a month, not bad. And then this is my other backup. I only do this one locally because this stuff, if it goes away, I don't really care about that much. So I do a backup of my desktop, a backup of my documents, which is somewhat redundant because the documents drive and stuff I don't really use that much. But just in case I drop something in there, I want to back it up just to a local storage. If those hard drives die or something, it's not a big deal. My music, and then ROMs. Like I said, these do not go out to CrashPlan Central. I could, but I don't feel the need to. With 2 local drives, it's nice because I don't have to worry about going out to the cloud too much. Now, the one thing that this allows me to do is, and I'll kind of go through some more of the settings in CrashPlan. The one thing that allows me to do is I actually take this USB 2 320 gig drive with me to work, and I unplug it from my computer on Mondays, take it with me, leave it at work during the week, so it's an off-site backup, and then bring it home on the weekend, let it update, and then take it back to work on Monday, so it's off-site, but it's always up to date. At most, it's a week out of date, which I could deal with it being a week out of date. If I lose a week's worth of data versus year's worth of data, I'm fine with that. As you go through CrashPlan, you can kind of see this is where you can back up from. It gives you your different destinations, all that kind of thing. Some of these settings in the settings menu are not available if you're just using the free client. But if you do pay for their service, you get all these settings. This is where you can set up the photo set, so you can see photo backup local is set for priority of 1, so it does that one first, and then that's to the cloud is priority of 2, and then the other backup is a priority of 3. All of these have independent. Each of the backup sets has independent settings at the bottom, telling you how often you can run, how often you want it to run, verifying selections, frequency, and versions. The other nice thing with CrashPlan is it actually does data deduplication. So it'll actually see if you have duplicate data, and it won't write it multiple times, so it saves you some space. You can also do compression. That's just my account. And then it also does encryption when it goes out to the web. So that's a good security feature. And then your local network stuff. Gives you a quick history. You can actually have friends back up to your computer. You can back up to their computer for offsite backup. And then you have all your destination settings here. Honestly, I think I've invested between the 2 hard drives, and then the 2 hard drives are about $50 to $60 a piece, and then the $5 a month in CrashPlan, for it to be pretty seamless and not really have me do anything actively to make sure that it works. I think I've gotten a pretty good set up where I don't have to worry about it too much, and I've got my important stuff backed up all the time. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or if you're seeing this on Google Plus or Facebook or something like that, just throw a comment in and ask. Thanks.